If you're thinking about relocating to the upstate of South Carolina, stop scrolling, because what you do before you ever step foot in a house here can make or break your entire experience. I'm talking about saving time, avoiding expensive mistakes, and actually ending up in a home and a lifestyle that you love. Here's the truth. Most people come for a home tour thinking that they know exactly what they want. And within 24 hours, everything changes. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 things you absolutely need to do before you ever come to South Carolina for your home search. If we haven't met yet, my name is Blake Kirsch. I'm a third-generation realtor here in the upstate of South Carolina, working with my family at Century 21 Blackwell & Company Realty. Every single week, I help people just like you relocate here and figure out exactly where and how to make their move. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, trying to figure out where you fit, I've got a quick quiz linked in the description that will point you towards the best areas based on your lifestyle, your budget, and what matters most to you. And if you're serious about making a move, reach out to me directly. My team and I are actively helping people relocate here every single week. So you'll get real, up-to-date guidance, not guesswork. Also, if you want honest breakdowns of the market, the best neighborhoods, and what it's really like living here, hit the like and subscribe button. We drop new videos every Sunday to keep you up. The first thing you need to do before your home tour is define your lifestyle goals. I don't mean just, I want a nice house. I mean what excites you about moving to South Carolina. What do you actually see yourself doing on a daily basis? Because the upstate of South Carolina is incredibly diverse. You can drive 30 minutes in any direction and feel like you're in a completely different world. On one hand, you've got the slower-paced foothill towns like Landrum and Travelers Rest, where life is quiet, scenic, and relaxed. On the other hand, you've got vibrant, growing city centers like downtown Greenville and downtown Spartanburg, with restaurants, walkability, and constant activity. So, one of the first things I ask my clients is simple: what do you enjoy? If someone tells me they're coming here to work in downtown Greenville but love hiking, biking, and being outdoors, I'm not just showing them houses randomly. I'm pointing them towards areas like Travelers Rest and Taylor's, where they can be close to work and 5 minutes from trails and close to the mountains. If someone says they want to walk to a coffee shop every morning, that's a completely different search. We're focusing on walkable downtown pockets like West Village Greenville, Greer, Spartanburg, and even downtown Inman. If someone dreams of having land, space, and maybe even a small hobby farm, we're looking into more rural areas like Lawrence, Campobello, Woodruff, and Chesney, where that lifestyle is actually possible. I've even had clients that come in with no clear direction, just excitement. And in those cases, I guide them towards central locations like Greer or Duncan that give them flexibility and access to everything. The key here is this: if you don't define your lifestyle up front, you can very easily end up in a home that looks great on paper but doesn't match how you actually want to live. The second thing you need to figure out is whether you want to prioritize location or space. Because in real estate, especially here, that trade-off is very real. Generally speaking, the closer you get to major city centers like Greenville or Spartanburg, the smaller the homes and the lots become, and the higher the price per square foot. The further you move out, the more space you get for your money. So I always ask my clients early on what matters to you. Let's say you're working with a $400,000 budget. If being close to the heart of the city is your top priority, you might be looking at a smaller home on a smaller lot in areas like downtown Greenville, Nicholtown, downtown Spartanburg, or even Converse Heights. But you're minutes from everything: restaurants, events, and walkability. On the flip side, if you care more about having a big yard, more square footage, or space for kids or pets, then we're likely going to shift focus towards suburban or surrounding areas like Greer or Boiling Springs, where your money stretches further. I've had clients come in convinced that they wanted to live right in the middle of everything. Then, after seeing what their budget affords them downtown, they realize that they'd rather have extra space in somewhere like Malden or Simpsonville. I've had others go the opposite direction. They thought they wanted land, but once they had experienced the convenience of being close to somewhere like downtown Greenville or downtown Greer or downtown Travelers Rest, they completely changed their minds and opted for a house closer to town. There's no right or wrong answer, but deciding this very early on in your process will save you a ton of time and help us zero in on the right areas immediately. The third thing, and this one's huge, is planning your budget strategy. And I'm going to be honest with you in a way that most realtors won't be. Just because you can spend a certain amount of money on a home doesn't mean that you need to or have to spend that amount of money. Especially if you're relocating from a higher cost area and walking away with a significant amount of equity. I've worked with clients who've sold homes for over $1 million in California or New York and came here assuming that they needed to spend the same amount. But once you really broke down their goals, lifestyle, and long-term plans, we realized that they could get everything they wanted for far less and keep a substantial amount of money for investments, retiring, or just financial flexibility. I had one couple relocating here for retirement that sold their home in California for around $1.3 million. We found a home that they absolutely loved for under $500,000, and they were able to keep the rest of their money to support their retirement lifestyle. Another client used his proceeds from his sale in California not only to buy a primary home in Greenville, but to start building an investment portfolio, purchasing 2 additional properties from me in Clemson that now generate income for him. That's the kind of strategy that can completely change your financial future. So before you come down, take a step back and ask yourself, what is the smartest way to use your money? Because buying a home is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. And the goal isn't just to buy, it's to buy wisely. The fourth thing is to stay open to different areas. And this is where a lot of people go wrong. They watch one video, read one article, or hear about one town, and they lock in on it before ever experiencing anything else. The Upstate doesn't work like that. Every area has its own personality, its own advantages, and its own lifestyle. I can't tell you how many times clients came in dead set on a specific location like downtown Greenville, and after exploring others, completely changed the direction and ended up somewhere like downtown Greer. Maybe they thought they wanted a townhouse in busy downtown Spartanburg, but they realized Boiling Springs offered more space, better value, and still checked all of their boxes. Or maybe they were focusing on one lake, like Lake Huey, only to discover another nearby option like Lake Bowen that better matched what they were looking for, whether it's price, water levels, or the overall feel. The point is this region is incredibly interconnected, and there are so many options that you don't want to limit yourself too early. My job is to guide you, give you insight, and help you compare. But the best decisions happen when you keep an open mind and actually experience a few different possibilities. The fifth and final thing that you need to do before you ever come here for your first home tour is to connect with a local lender early in your process. This is one of the most underrated steps, and it can make a massive difference in how smooth your experience is. A local lender isn't just going to give you a number. They're going to be a part of your team. They understand the local market, they know how deals are structured here in South Carolina, and they're available when it matters most. If you're in town for a short home tour and you find the perfect house, you need a lender that can move quickly, answer questions on the spot, and help you make a strong competitive offer. I've seen situations where timing made all the difference, and having a responsive local lender can make a deal happen. Just this weekend, I was showing homes in Nicholtown in Greenville. There was a multiple offer situation, and we needed an updated pre-approval immediately from our lender. Not only did our lender give us that pre-approval within an hour, they also emailed the listing agent to let them know that we were a very qualified buyer. Because our lender was available on the weekend, local and responsive, we were able to win in a multiple offer situation. Local lenders can also help you strategize things, like how to handle proceeds from a sale in another state, how to structure your loan, and how to avoid delays in closing. When you combine a local lender with a local realtor, you've got a team on the ground working together to make sure your move is as seamless as possible. At the end of the day, relocating to South Carolina is an exciting opportunity, but the people that have the best experience are the ones that come prepared. If you take the time to define your lifestyle, understand your priorities, plan your budget strategically, stay open-minded, and build the right team, you're not just going to find a house. You're going to find the right home in the right place for your life. If you're ready to start the process, take the quiz in the description below, figure out which areas you should focus on first, or reach out to me directly. My team and I would love to help you make your move to the Upstate of South Carolina as smooth and successful as possible. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.